Suddenly became clear. I had to get out of the suburbs and find like-minded people in order to progress my mission of ending capitalism. I started researching immediately. I needed an alternative way of living, something communal with like-minded people, an intentional community. Let's see. Radical housing, co-housing, housing cooperatives, co-living, the collective. A haven of community and creativity in vibrant East London, inspiring shared spaces and life-enriching experiences. They are revolutionising housing and bringing together people with a common interest. Perfect. I phoned an Uber and set out to begin my new life immediately. I arrived in Canary Wharf, eager to join the collective. We're better to end capitalism than from a co-living space in the city's financial hub. What a brilliant idea, such tension. It's sure to work. I arrived in my micro apartment to find a generous welcome hamper from the collective's members, with a note telling me to relax, refresh, and detox.
Our mission is to build and activate spaces that foster human connection and enable people to lead more fulfilling lives. We believe people can be more together. We empower members to co-create their experience while drawing from and building upon the surrounding community. We want to make a positive impact on every life we touch. We create spaces and experiences that drive personal and professional development. We're constantly challenging ourselves to think bigger and hustle harder. We want to build a global network of co-living communities that's built on continuous learning, innovation, and co-living is an innovative way of living that combines thoughtfully designed private space with one-of-a-kind amenities and groundbreaking experiences. Co-living is a way of living in cities that's focused on community and convenience.
Oh, I felt thoroughly disorientated and lightheaded. I figured that was part of the detox process. I lay down to watch the introductory film, as I'd been instructed to do so before leaving the room. I expected it to lay out the house rules.
An urgent evolution in human consciousness is needed. Humanity is currently experiencing a crisis of disconnection. This disconnection is the cause of much anger, fear, violence, and destructiveness we see and hear all too often. Our disconnection to ourselves leads to loneliness, mental illness, and depression. Our disconnection to others creates isolation and hatred between neighbors, races, and countries. Our disconnection to nature results in drastic climate shifts and accelerates natural disasters. Despite all these complexities, more and more people are waking up, opening up, and expanding their perspectives to be more inclusive and unconditional, fleeing from self-interested models. A transition is occurring.
I decided to leave my room and explore the rest of the building. The communal spaces, I was told, is where I would meet other members. I entered the Zen room and finally found someone.
You must be new. It's about time we got some fresh blood in here. Keeps us going. You are new, aren't you?
Yeah, I just arrived yesterday.
Great. I can already tell you have a burning fire in your heart. So here's the deal. We're going to recharge here for a bit, but you have to come back to Bali with us when you get back there soon.
Bali?
Yes, it's our main hub. Our main hub's in Bali, mainly because it's unbelievably affordable and there's so many of us there. Essentially, we live off the land. You have to go where you're treated best here.
It must be quite expensive.
I'll let you in on a little secret. I make money just by being me, just by living my chosen lifestyle. And you can do it too, with just a small investment to start you off.
But what do you mean? How do you make money by just being you?
I'm an influencer. Lots of us are. That way we attract more followers and likes, and empower people to join this way of living. It's about time we got some fresh blood in here. Keeps us going. The key is to always be positive. People love positivity. We're stronger together. And the more people that join this way of living, the stronger our standard of living will be.
This sounds really great, but what's the ultimate goal in getting all these followers and getting more people to join?
I inspire people.
Great, yeah, I'll check that out. I need to go now, sorry, but I've got some washing in the machine I need to get out. So I'll
Have you heard of meditation?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not really into it.
It will help you unlock your mind and reach the next level.
Okay, yeah, I'll give it a try, yeah.
You have to find balance.
Yeah.
You're one of us now.
Was this a like-minded person? I went back downstairs to get my washing. I headed to the jacuzzi to try and calm my nerves before finding more people. I felt strange, spaced out.
Congratulations.
On what?
Breaking free. I see this lifestyle as a destination, not a location. I had to detach myself, Laura.
From what?
Facebook. Forget it. Detach yourself from any media. I threw my phone in the canal, I grew a beard, I bought another phone, but it's a process of detachment that counts. Detach yourself, Laura.
So you got another phone after throwing your phone?
Forget about the fucking phone, Laura. Touch my hand, Laura. You owe me £5. You don't owe me £5! We're not capitalist objects, Laura. I'm not an NFT. I'm not a non-fungible transaction unless I want to be. Laura, I used to own a flat in Dalston. Just a small flat. It was off the river. I sold it. I've broken all my assets. If you have any assets, Laura, refracture them. Fracture yourself. Become a new person. Laura, have you read this book? This book, Laura. Read it, Laura. Don't fucking read it! The book is shit. All books are shit. But in that truth, my book is good. Have you read my book, Laura? Do you understand, Laura?
Understand what?
Don't understand! Understand standing underneath someone else's opinion. Don't understand, Laura. Break yourself free. Detach yourself.
From what?
Laura, don't run away from me. Laura.
Okay, I've got some washing in the machine.
I'm good enough, Laura, aren't I?
You're good. I just need to get my washing out.
I went to get my washing out of the machine. I sat in the jacuzzi thinking, were these really like-minded people?
Do you mind if I sit here?
Sure, it's a free country. I guess here anyway. Have you read this? I suggest you do.
No?
I wrote it.
Oh.
It's going to make your life, well, it's going to make your transition here a lot easier. Because I used to have this job in the city and it really ground me down. I was totally burnt out. Instead, I wanted to build an empire for myself, to find complete freedom.
Yeah. Where are you from originally?
You could say I'm homeless. Yeah, I guess you could call me something like a finance punk or something, yeah?
I sat there listening to this finance punk, wondering if I was indeed a like-minded person. It didn't feel right. None of these people seemed like me.
And I know what you're thinking. What's this Gen Xer doing here? But I identify as a millennial. And that's the key difference, because my identity is my work. My work is my identity. It's just like when my family moved a stone's throw away across an imaginary line in the grass to cut their taxes in half.
Okay, thank you so much for these, but I must be going. I've got some washing in the machine. I need to get it out.
I went back downstairs to get my washing. I'd been invited to an event that evening, Girl Boss and Prosecco.
Come on, let's greet the ladies with a drink. Help yourself to anything you want, ladies. There's no guilt allowed at Girl Boss and Prosecco evening.
As I was the newest member, I'd been asked to prepare a presentation detailing the journey that had led me to joining the collective. Maybe this was my moment to get like-minded people on board with my mission. Surely someone would identify with my story.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Girl Boss and Prosecco. It's our weekly night for getting to know new members, sharing stories and knowledge, celebrating our uniqueness, and empowering each other to live in a way that will give us greater control of our destiny. Remember, changing who you're with is the first step of changing who you are. So without further ado, I am very excited to introduce Laura. She's one of our newest additions. So yes, please give her a warm welcome.
But to be honest, I'm not really sure that this location independent lifestyle you all lead is realistic.
Thank you so much, Laura. That was truly inspirational. And I think we can all agree, although you've had a very difficult journey, you make the right decision now, can't we, ladies? Together, we can create our own lifestyle. Now, who's for another Prosecco?
I had no idea if it had resonated with these so-called like-minded people. I felt more disconnected than ever, more unsure of myself. Who was I? Were these people me? Were we like-minded people?
With just a small investment to begin with, we can open the doors to a whole new life. Just put your name here and give me the cash. Your flight to Bali will be booked.
I watched as the woman eagerly signed up for the transition to Bali, handing wads of cash to the influencer as if it was nothing.
Accommodation for the first month will all be arranged for you.
You can't put a price on a better life, I guess. I wondered what people in Bali would think of this.
Yes, it's very easy to make money when we get there. The more of us there are, the more money we'll make. So it's just £3,000 to cover your initial transition from here to everywhere.
My heart started racing. How could I get out of this? How could we end capitalism from Bali, a place I didn't know? It felt like a geographical pyramid scheme. I made my excuses and promised to pay later that week. That should buy me time in which to figure out what to do. Oh, God, my head. She must have drugged us. I headed back to my micro apartment to think. Maybe I was approaching this all wrong. Am I incapable of finding like-minded people because I don't know myself? I decided I might as well try meditation to see if anything became clearer.
The more of us there are, the better our standard of living will be.
Have you read my book, Laura?
You could say I'm homeless.
Your flight to Bali will be booked.
Oh, it wasn't working. These people were infiltrating my mind. Not even meditation could offer an escape from the collective. There was a knock on the door. I received an invite to a ceremony that was happening in Canary Wharf with the collective's leader. I hadn't yet met the leader, so I went along to see what they were doing. I walked through Canary Wharf feeling nervous. Was the real enemy this financial hub, or could it be the leader himself? I hid behind various public sculptures and watched, too afraid to join in. A number of white-collar workers were following this man as if they were brainwashed. The leader, the founder and CEO of the collective, didn't look like he would be running a geographical pyramid scheme, but maybe it's hard to tell these days. Maybe I'm too naive, too trusting. Could we really be like-minded people if I was so uncomfortable with this? Had everyone lost their mind? Was I the only sane member of the collective? If these were like-minded people, then I must be delusional. Maybe there's something in the water. Enough was enough. I went back to the micro-apartment to decompress. I needed some serious carbs. I couldn't take it anymore. I was pretty sure I hadn't found any like-minded people. I packed my bags and went to leave. The path looked clear until... Ah! Shit! I need to run. Oh, I made it to the control room. What could I do? Turn the lights off? The water? How could I stop these people? I know, the Wi-Fi. They'll never be able to find me without Wi-Fi. I cut the cables and waited. As I sneaked out of the room to exit the collective, I saw bodies on the floor. It had worked. Proof that we were not like-minded people. I quickly exited the building to begin my new life. Hi, is that the collective? Yes, I've just left and I would like to ask for my money back. I was misled into thinking I'd find like-minded people. This lifestyle's nothing but a con.
I'm sorry, Laura, but we of course cannot truly know your mind. In choosing to join the collective, you became a like-minded person. You're one of us now. We are stronger together.
Oh,
Where is my